On March 11, 2020, the World Health Organization made an announcement.
In the past 2 weeks, the number of cases of COVID-19 outside China has increased 13-fold. COVID-19 can be characterized as a pandemic.
The coronavirus, or COVID-19 disease, had already overwhelmed China, South Korea, Iran, and Italy. And this was a warning to other countries where it was now spreading quickly.
In the days and weeks ahead, we expect to see the number of cases, the number of deaths, and the number of affected countries climb even higher.
The spread of COVID-19 was no longer something that could be stopped. But we can still slow it down. We just have to act right now. Someone with COVID-19 usually develops a fever and a cough. Aches, pains, and other mild symptoms are also possible, but are less frequent. But the severity of those symptoms varies, and for some people who get the virus, you might never show symptoms at all.
Based on the data from China, the vast majority of cases are not life-threatening. In 80% of cases, people experience only mild disease, but in 20% of cases, the disease can manifest in a more serious way. It can develop into quite a severe pneumonia where people need to be hospitalized and put on ventilators.
Overall, it seems like about 1 to 2% of known cases lead to death, but that rate is much lower for young people and much higher for the elderly.
And it also seems that people with unmanaged underlying chronic diseases, they also have a tougher time overcoming the virus.
The virus also seems to be very contagious, more contagious than the flu.
All you need to do to spread COVID-19 is cough or sneeze on someone else, touch a surface where the virus still lives, and then put your hand in your mouth or your eyes or your nose.
After getting infected, it can take an average of 5 to 6 days before you feel sick and your symptoms start to appear. But you can already spread it to people in that period, even if you feel healthy.
Just as people realize they're sick, they seem to be at the most risk of passing it along to others.
That's how the virus has been so effective at spreading across the world so quickly, and why the WHO was now calling COVID-19 a pandemic. But what they said next was just as important.
We cannot say this loudly enough. All countries can still change the course of this pandemic.
And that depends on something each of us needs to do as individuals.
So diseases become really dangerous when everyone gets sick at once and the health system becomes overwhelmed.
In any hospital, the capacity to treat patients is limited by how many beds they have. Think of this as the number of beds in your local hospital at any given time. A couple are already filled by patients receiving treatment for things like a car accident injury or a stroke. And this dot represents one person who's healthy and decides to go out like usual. They jump on the subway and head into the office where they catch COVID-19. But they don't feel sick right away, and might not for several days. So later they go to a basketball game, where they unknowingly infect 2 or 3 more people. Most of these people will have relatively mild cases, but one might be an elderly person with a severe case who will eventually have to go to the hospital. But these 3, who are all infected but don't feel sick, go out again, on the subway, into the office, and then out after work, infecting several more people. 20% of whom will need to go to the hospital. Over a short period of time, this process multiplies the number of people going to the hospital each day. Before long, the hospital is full and a crisis begins. People with severe cases of COVID-19 can't get treatment, and some who could be saved die. Plus, people with other issues can't get treatment either, and some of them die. This surge of severe cases causes avoidable deaths. That's what happened in South Korea, Iran, and Italy, all of which went from 100 to more than 5,000 cases in less than 2 weeks. A lot of people died because they couldn't get into the hospitals. This surge is made up of only severe cases, but it was generated by people who didn't feel sick, spreading the disease in public. Which means the people who can do the most to avoid these unnecessary deaths are these people. And that means all of us. To slow the virus down, you need to act as if you already have it. By avoiding public transportation, the office, crowded places, and even small social gatherings, you decrease your chances of both getting the disease and spreading it. This is called social distancing. If enough of us do it, the virus still spreads, but much slower. Over time, many people might still get infected, but fewer severe cases show up to the hospital each day, never overwhelming the system. This trend line gets flatter. These people can all get treatment, and fewer people die because of it. These are the two ways the COVID-19 pandemic can play out. But this one only happens if everyone does their part. And it's why experts and officials are urging people to flatten the curve by social distancing and staying home as much as possible. It's also why in the US, many companies are helping by requiring employees to work from home, and major sports leagues have canceled their games for the time being. It may seem drastic, but it's worked before. In 1918, the cities of Philadelphia and St. Louis were both hit by a flu pandemic, but they responded in different ways. In Philadelphia, health officials allowed a huge parade to go ahead, while in St. Louis, officials prepared. They closed schools, theaters, and bars. Philadelphia's hospitals were overwhelmed, and many more died as a result. But St. Louis was able to avoid those excessive deaths. 100 years later, these are the two scenarios we face. A difference not in whether you get the coronavirus, but when you get it. That could mean the difference between life and death, maybe for someone you know. But we have to act now.
And that's the video. So this is information that today is so common, no? Like information that we all know. So what that can actually help you understand. But the challenge here is to use words that the person used, no? To exactly communicate the same way they communicated. Tell me why, what type of expressions or what did you understand on the video? Try to use words that you heard in the video. Let's begin with Isaac.
Okay, sure. Well, this video explains the way that the coronavirus is spread around the world
Nice.
and how the government or yes, how the health authorities try to avoid or well to how do you say well, to try to delay maybe the spread of this disease or of
Yes.
this virus
Exactly.
and in that way to be able to how do you say to help as many sick people as they can in the hospitals, I
Of
think.
course. That sounds great. That sounds great. And this is precisely very interesting that you were first saying government and then you omitted the government because actually it was in the video we can understand that it's not the government, no? That it's actually
Yes.
health, yeah, experts speaking about it. So
Yes, exactly.
definitely, that was a very very nice overall view. The video precisely is using. Actually, you used words from the vocabulary like spread. Are you familiar to these words?
Yes, I remember that. I learned spread word in a similar class when I was studying English.
Fantastic.
And yes, I remember that we also talk about a virus also, I think.
Great, that's excellent. Well, I'm very happy to hear that because that's gonna help you get through the exercise. Let me pass now with Michael to check what else he got on the video. What else can you add, Michael?
Well, the video shows the statistic of the circle. The circle divided in two is several and mild. The people
Several and what?
And mild.
Mild.
Yeah, mild.
Okay.
Several and mild. The people had infected, but didn't have serious problems.
Yes.
Of the sick.
Totally.
And another is the people had present strong symptoms. No?
Had present.
Many symptoms.
Present is present.
Sorry. Many people had presented
Excellent.
many symptoms.
Exactly. Many people have presented many symptoms. Very good. That's right. We are talking about symptoms. We are talking about what sensations and what symptoms the person feels, when they get COVID.
Yeah, I remember this cut.
Hot. What do you mean hot?
Cut. When you
Cut?
cough,
Pronunciation. How do you pronounce that?
cough,
Yeah, much better.
cough,
What
cough,
is cough?
cough, and fainting.
Again?
Fighting. I don't know. Remember the
Fighting? What is fighting?
when you feel exhausted. Someone exhausted. At the new vocabulary.
Okay, let's go to the vocabulary.
I don't know.
Oh, look
Number
at the stress.
5.
Look at the stress. Where is the stress?
Fainting.
Let's watch the soundboard and let's check this out. How do you pronounce the schwa sound? This.
No.
This is
the schwa.
This is fa.
Fighting.
Exactly. And the stress is in the second syllable. Fatigue.
Fatigue. Yeah.
That's
fatigue.
better. Fatigue.
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 Good. So what do you feel again?
Yeah.
What do you feel again?
Fatigue.
Fatigue. And what else?
And cough.
Yes. Only fatigue and cough?
No, I don't remember the other symptoms.
That's it. Okay, no problem. What about Sylvie? Can you speak in this moment, Sylvie, or are you at the bus?
No, I can speak.
Great, welcome. Hallelujah.
Thank you.
So what did you see on the video?
I saw a little bit of the video because I arrived a little late.
Okay.
But I have seen it before. So I think that the context is that I don't remember the word, the name of the organization in English.
Oh, great question.
Health organization.
The health, actually, you are close. World Health Organization, WHO.
Okay. And the WHO mentioned that people have to be in their homes because of the virus, that this virus was easily to spread.
Right.
And if you stay home, you can avoid the contagious.
Whoa, that's Spanglish.
No.
You can avoid avoid to spread.
Avoid
Yeah.
to spread.
Exactly. That's no Spanglish in the class.
I'm sorry. I don't remember that the people that used to be in the hospitals were the elderly people.
Yes.
And most of them have to require another type of assistant.
Very good.
I don't remember the name of this machine that give you oxygen.
Okay. They are. Oh, that's a good question. I don't know if they mentioned in the video that.
I know.
But
no,
I don't.
It doesn't
remember.
be mentioned.
No, it's not in the video. But anyway, the name is oxygen tanks, probably.
Well, most of the people that gets in the hospitals and that required that kind of assistance were the elderly people, and the WHO recommended that people don't get away from home in order what.
Yeah, I know. I agree with you. This is at the final part of the video when they speak about the elderly. So stay home, no?
Yeah, and if you stay home, maybe that could help that the hospitals don't get overwhelmed.
Yes, overwhelmed.
And in that order, maybe less people. I don't remember how to use spread. Don't
Spread
be
is a verb.
spread. Okay. Don't be contagious.
What happened to spread?
Uh,
If spread is a verb, try to use it. Person verb complement. People don't
spread
it. Exactly.
Okay, people don't spread it.
Exactly. Okay, that was a very nice. You have a lot of comprehension. That was very, very nice. Are you familiar with the words? Because you use it very naturally. The words overwhelm, elderly. You used many of the words in the vocabulary in a natural form. Have you heard these words before?
Yeah, because I haven't been working on that time, and it was a little bit scared for me to hear about the notice and
News.
the news and all those things. So I searched for more information, and most of the information was in English.
Okay.
So I read a lot of them in order to know a little bit more about the virus.
In the time where the pandemic was up.
Yeah, when the time in the time when the pandemic was starting.
Wow.
Like 2020.
Yes, 2019, 2020.
Yeah.
That's super interesting, Super interesting. That's why you are very familiar with this information. That's the reason I always recommend to do what Silvana is mentioning in this moment. That if you are going to investigate anything, do it in English, guys. Like, you should have your devices and all your computer, your cell phone, everything in English. But that was a very nice thing. Perfect. We are catching the information. Now, in the chat, Michael is saying that it's a machine breathe. No, they are called mechanical ventilators. I actually Googled it. The name of the machine was a mechanical ventilator. That's the machine that helps you breathe. And remember that they were saturated, like they were overwhelmed to supply these machines in 2020. It was a crazy year. But that's the name. Okay, I actually searched machine used to help breathing. I have no idea what the name was, but here it is. Okay, there we go. So in order to check this information now, we are going to do a classic question and answer from the video. The secret about this particular exercise is that you need to answer literal information. You are not going to paraphrase in this case. On Monday we paraphrased, minutes ago we paraphrased, but now I need literal answers from you. Literal. Why are you literal? Because in that using literal words, you will be able to understand the application of new words in sentences. Okay? So the first question is as follows. Question number 1. We are going to practice with something that we saw yesterday. What had happened before the WHO director, no, before the COVID-19 pandemic outbreak, COVID-19 outbreak was declared as pandemic. What had happened before the COVID-19 outbreak was declared as a pandemic? Do you remember what is had? Past before past?
Could you give us an example? Just an example.
We had?
Yeah.
Okay. I had, before I started my class today, I had already worked on the lessons, on marketing, and I had prepared lunch. So with auxiliary had, I understand what happened first.
Okay.
You see?
Thank you.
The question is here then, what had happened before the COVID pandemic? No, the COVID-19 outbreak was declared as pandemic. Okay? Who has the answer?
No, I don't remember. I think that I need to watch the video again because I don't remember exactly that part.
Okay, that's excellent. That's exactly the thing. No problem. Then let's watch the video again. Let's watch this portion and you're gonna help me answer it literally. Now, instructions. You have only 3 chances to give me the full sentence. If you don't give me the full sentence, no problem. The next student can help you complement the information that was missing. Okay, let's start with Isaac. 1, 2, 3.
On March 11, 2020, already overwhelmed China
Of COVID-19 outside China has increased 13-fold. COVID-19 can be characterized as a pandemic.
The coronavirus, or COVID-19 disease, had already overwhelmed China, South Korea, Iran, and Italy.
What do you have, Isaac?
No, and I don't remember exactly the word, but I understand that the COVID-19 overwhelmed these countries, Italy, Iran, and China, South Korea, before it was declared a pandemic.
Okay, so you understand what happened first.
Yeah,
That's very nice. Paraphrasing.
The exactly what.
The literal information, exactly. Okay,
Yes.
so let's go to the second chance.
Okay, sure.
One more time.
The 19 disease had already overwhelmed
A pandemic.
the coronavirus, or COVID-19 disease, had already overwhelmed China, South Korea, Iran, and Italy.
The coronavirus or COVID-19 already, I don't know, overwhelmed the. I don't remember the next one.
Okay. Overwhelm is a verb. Are you speaking in present, in past, in future?
No, in past.
In past. Pronunciation?
Yes. Sorry?
Pronunciation for overwhelm in past?
I don't know. I think, is it a regular or
It is.
overwhelmed?
Excellent. Very good. Now, in the second chance, you're going to hear that it's incomplete. Okay?
Yes.
Listen to this.
Virus, or COVID.
Characterized as a pandemic.
The coronavirus, or COVID-19 disease, had already overwhelmed China, South Korea, Iran, and Italy.
the coronavirus for COVID-19 had already overwhelmed the, I don't remember.
That's it? Come
Yeah.
on. The rest is the easiest part. you got literally you got the most difficult part.
No.
You know? What happened to the rest? So let's go then with Michael. What have the coronavirus and or COVID-19 already overwhelmed?
As AC, China, South Korea, Iran, and Italy.
Nice, exactly. Sorry, what is China?
China
China. Okay, so China,
is China, South Korea,
South Korea,
Iran, and Italy.
and what's that final country that you are mentioning?
Italy.
Ah, okay, and Italy.
I explained in Spanish.
You are
Italy.
speaking in Spanish.
Yeah.
Let's listen again.
Virus or COVID-19 disease had already overwhelmed China, South Korea, Iran, and Italy.
Yes or no? Yes,
No.
excellent. No? She remember? No, you
There's
cannot hear?
another word, no?
Oh, really?
The video says the coronavirus or COVID-19 disease.
Oh, I think so. Let me hear that again.
Virus or COVID-19 disease
Ah, Savannah. COVID-19 disease over here. Exactly. That was the only missing word. Now the expression is totally correct. Very good, guys. So it's very interesting. In only 3 chances, we need to check all this information because in a normal conversation, you need to have the ability to repeat what another person said in your mind. When you are, if you analyze a normal conversation, you copy the words that other person says in your mind. But you do it so fast that today you don't notice. You are an expert in Spanish, for example. So this same ability needs to be duplicated into English, and this is the ability that we are trying to give in this moment, trying to practice in this moment. So that's the one, that's the answer. Okay? So Michael, you still have 1 chance. So you are going to open the next one. Question number 2. What are COVID-19's symptoms? What do you remember about this information, Mike?
Maybe a cough. The symptom
Cough.
is cough. Fatigue, and that's it.
What is the second?
Fatigue. I don't know.
Can you check the stress of the word? Where is the stress?
Fatigue.
What is the pronunciation of the schwa sound?
Fatigue. Fatigue.
Excellent. That's much better. So you say cough, fatigue, and what else?
I don't remember.
Let's listen again.
had already overwhelmed China.
The number of deaths and the number of affected countries climbed even
Down. You just have to act right now. Someone with COVID-19 usually develops a fever and a cough. Aches, pains, and other mild symptoms are also possible, but are less frequent.
COVID usually develops.
Okay, okay. COVID-19 usually develops
A fever.
pronunciation.
Fever.
Excellent.
Fatigue
Mhm.
and cough. I don't remember. I don't remember the list is. I don't know. No, remember
The rest of the information,
rest.
right?
Uh-huh.
Excellent. So let's keep over there. That was your third shot. Now we're gonna go through Silvana. What else can you add?
Can you repeat the video?
Sure, that's your first shot.
Someone with COVID-19 usually develops a fever and a cough. Aches, pains, and other mild symptoms are also possible, but are less frequent.
Oh,
You can do this. You can do this.
I don't know if I'm imagining this, but I heard something like some of the COVID-19 symptoms usually develops on fever, fatigue, cough. I don't remember.
That's it. Okay, okay. You added the word symptoms, right?
Yeah.
Now, this is a very interesting part. Who try to connect it with context. Who develops the fever? When the person gets COVID, who develops the fever?
The body.
The body or the body of the person, no? The person infected. If you say COVID, some of the COVID-19 symptoms, you cannot say usually develops because you are saying that the symptoms
the symptoms develops.
Therefore, there is a word at the beginning that is missing, that starts with some. Think about the body, think about a person. What word is used to talk about any person?
Somebody?
Yes, listen to this. Well, kind of somebody, listen.
Someone with COVID-19 usually develops a fever and a cough.
Oh?
No, teacher, I didn't catch the
All
word.
Isaac?
It's very fast.
He's very fast? Yes, he's very fast. So
I'm
Isaac,
sure.
you have time to rescue.
No, no, I can't.
You neither, come on.
No, well, I'm not sure, but I think that they didn't mention like any other word. They mentioned some of the COVIDs, like I don't know if they're like considering like COVID-19 like the people who is sick or not. No, maybe.
Definitely not. Exactly, that's a very good view. That's like a solution. Probably they are saying, okay, COVID-19 is a person and not the illness. But no, the COVID-19 is the name of the illness.
Yes.
Definitely, you have the same issue as Sylvie, but you can get help with what she said. She spoke about a person or the body, no? Think about a word that sounds similar to somebody.
Maybe is no, I'm not sure. Some no.
No, nothing?
No, teacher.
Let's listen again.
Yeah.
Someone with COVID 19 usually develops a fever and a cough.
I think that it mentions someone, but I'm not
Someone
sure.
with
There you have it.
Yeah.
Someone. The reason he's so fast is because he never says body. If you analyze the word body, somebody, there are 3 syllables. Somebody. But someone are only 2 syllables, so it's faster to pronounce. You see? And it's the same.
Yes.
Now we are talking about a person, and now the idea makes more sense, because as a person, someone can develop fever and a cough, right? Now connect the information.
I think that Michael already mentioned it.
What did you say, Mike? Can you repeat?
it's quit.
Of course.
The audio
Someone,
said someone with, no? Someone with very fast, no? Someone with.
exactly. Someone with COVID-19 is quick, no? Someone with
Yeah, very
COVID-19
fast.
symptoms, complement the idea. No, nobody else. Okay, then let's hear that again. You, Isaac, you have only one chance more. So let's go with you, Isaac.
Okay, like, sure.
Someone with COVID 19 usually develops a fever and a cough. Aches, pains, and other mild symptoms are also.
There are some mistakes in the idea.
Someone with COVID-19 I think that usually is before symptoms. Um, and I don't remember the rest.
And that's it. Okay. Well, that's gonna be the third chance. Let's go with Michael. Michael, can you correct the sentence?
No, can you repeat the audio, please?
All right. First chance.
Usually develop. Someone with COVID 19 usually develops a fever and a cough.
No, teacher. I understand that someone with COVID-19 usually develops a fever, fatigue
Exactly.
and cough.
Yes. So you have extra information in the script, no?
Yeah,
What is extra?
symptoms and this black space.
Yes, sir. We need to erase this section. Right?
Okay.
What else is extra?
That's it. This is correct, I think. No?
One more time, second chance.
Okay.
Someone with COVID 19 usually develops a fever and a cough.
Fatigue?
What happens with fatigue?
Fatigue.
What happens?
I know, sir. I know.
So what happens to fatigue?
I want to reproduce again the
You
last
want to
chance.
play. You want to play.
To play.
Yes. Okay, let's replay final chance.
Yeah.
Someone with COVID 19 usually develops a fever and a cough.
I think I'm missing the a cough only.
Yeah.
Someone with COVID-19 usually develops a fear, a fatigue, and a cough.
Incorrect, brother. No. No,
Okay.
we need to eliminate one information that is extra. Sylvie, can you help Michael?
Yeah, you have to erase fatigue.
Exactly. He never pronounces fatigue. Fever?
And I give that idea.
Exactly. Actually, no, you gave symptoms. No?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah. Symptoms was extra, but yes, the fatigue was not there. The fatigue is mentioned later. So I'm gonna play it again for you so you can complement this expression. Okay?
Okay.
Let's go.
Aches, pains, and other mild symptoms are also possible, but are less frequent.
Eight space, and other. I don't know if it says other mind symptoms.
Nice. Other what symptoms?
Can you replay it?
No, just before I replay it, can you repeat what you said? Other what?
Mind symptoms.
Mind like this?
Yeah, but that doesn't make sense.
Okay, there are two words that we need to verify. Okay, let me change the font. I'm gonna make this in bold to check out what they are saying. Okay, second chance.
Okay.
Aches, pains, and other mild symptoms are also possible, but are less frequent.
Other mind symptoms that are also possible, but less. No, but I don't remember the other word. But I said after cough, aches, pain.
Pain, no?
Pain. Yeah.
Pain. Pain, singular or plural?
Okay. I think that it's plural.
Why?
Because we could have pain in a lot of parts of our body.
Nice, you are correct. This is the contextual reason, but I'm going to give you a grammatical reason. There is something called parallel structure. Okay? Parallel structure says that when you have two words of the same family, they need to follow the same grammatical structure, like the same conjugation or the same form. For example, if I say, I like dancing, singing, and drawing. I have three activities ing. I cannot say I like singing, drawing, and sushi, because sushi is a noun, not a verb in ing.
Okay.
You see what I mean? So in this case, you have aches, which is a plural noun, and symptoms, which is a plural noun. For that reason, pains must be plural too.
Okay.
You see? That's the grammatical reason. Parallel structure is the name of this. Okay?
Okay.
Very good. Take a note while we pass to Isaac. Isaac, what else can you add to this information?
Yes, another. I didn't hear the word mind, but I'm not sure. I don't remember exactly right now. And I remember symptoms that are and other symptoms. I think that they say are less frequently, are possible, but they are less frequently, or something like that.
Very good. Yes, but they are less frequently. Very nice. You are very close. Very, very close. Let me put in bold the word frequently. I'm going to play the audio again, and you need to verify the 2 words, no, the 3 words that I'm going to put on bold. Okay?
Okay.
Let's go.
Oh, oh yes, sure.
Aches, pains, and other mild symptoms are also possible but are less frequent.
Okay, I think it's not mine, it's mild. It's something that is not really hard. I don't remember how that word is.
Exactly. It's in your vocabulary.
Yes.
The word is precisely mild symptoms. What else?
And I think that is also possible, but that are is that or they that are less frequently, no? Or no, I'm not sure of that part.
Okay, second chance.
Okay, sure.
On March 11th, someone with COVID-19 usually develops a fever and a cough. Aches, pains, and other mild symptoms are also possible but are less frequent.
Oh, they only say but are less frequent.
Correct. You need to
I use they.
and the word is not frequently. You see
Yes,
that
it's frequent.
it's frequent. There is a massive, massive importance on understanding the difference between frequent and frequently, because there are some usual mistakes that intermediate or even advanced speakers do a lot, which is the difference between frequent and frequently, because they both are descriptions. Okay? The word frequently is an adverb. And an adverb is something that we haven't seen. We are going to complete this chart in the future by checking adverbs. Adverbs are super complicated, right? Every time you see a word with li, check again if they really said it. Okay, that's gonna be my first tip about adverbs. All right. Finally, there is only one word that is extra to finish this. Which one is?
Maybe are
Are, where?
that are also possible, but less frequent. Frequent.
Not least frequent. Ah, okay, okay. That can be. It's possible, but I think he mentions are. Or probably, let me listen again.
On March 11th,
Threatening.
symptoms varies, and for some people, cough. Aches, pains, and other mild symptoms are also possible but are less frequent.
Oh, he said are.
Yeah, this.
His are is correct. Another word. Actually, if you read the full sentence, you will see that one word doesn't belong. One word is not correct. Read it. Guys, discover what's the missing, the extra word. Anyone?
Maybe a
Aches?
A.
A.
Develops a fever.
Okay, fever and cough. That can be in Spanish. When you are talking in English about countable nouns, it's necessary to say a. Fever is countable and cough is countable.
Okay.
No, really? The second sentence doesn't sound strange to you?
Maybe that.
Michael,
That.
you discovered it. That connector that has nothing to do there.
I don't know. Listen, but the structure is strange.
It's strange, no?
Uh-huh.
Yes, that connector doesn't have any relation to the sentence. Aches, pains, and other mild symptoms is the person. If you think of person-verb complement, aches, pains, and other symptoms are also possible, but are less frequent. The connector that has no connection to this sentence.
That is for consequence or more information?
Is for more information. If you, let's check this out. If you say that, in this case, you need to continue here. Aches, pains, and other mild symptoms that are also possible but are less frequent usually are felt by other people that get common flu. I don't know. You see, the connector that is opening the door to more information. Therefore, that is not necessary. Just like that. Did you discover that, Isaac and Sylvie?
No, I haven't noticed that part.
Great. So it's about reading carefully, understanding what you're reading. All right. Question number 2. We finished with it. Very nice. Let's continue with the next. Who's next? Isaac, no?
I don't remember, but yes.
Let's go with you then. Let's start with question number 3. How long do symptoms take to manifest? Are you ready?
Yes.
Let's listen.
But the severity of those symptoms varies, and for some people who get the virus, you might never show symptoms at all.
Based on the data from China, the vast majority of cases are not life-threatening. In 80% of cases, people experience only mild disease, but in 20% of cases, the disease can manifest in a more serious way. It can develop into quite a severe pneumonia where people need to be hospitalized and put on ventilators.
Overall, it seems like about 1 to 2% of known cases lead to death, but that rate is much lower for young people and much higher for the elderly.
And it also seems that people with unmanaged underlying chronic diseases, they also have a tougher time overcoming the virus.
The virus also seems to be very contagious, more contagious than the flu.
All you need to do to spread COVID-19 is cough or sneeze on someone else, touch a surface where the virus still lives, and then put your hand in your mouth or your eyes or your nose.
After getting infected, it can take an average of 5 to 6 days before you feel sick and your symptoms start to appear. But you can already spread it to people in that period, even if you feel healthy.
Action.
I didn't understand, but I think that they mentioned that after getting affected, it could take around 5 to 6 days to start with the symptoms or something like that.
Okay. So the piece of information that is close to the audio is 5 to 6 what?
To 6 days
Uh-huh.
to start with the symptoms.
To start with the symptoms. Good.
Okay.
All right. Second chance?
Yes.
To appear. It can take.
Lives, and then put your hand in your mouth or your eyes or your nose.
After getting infected, it can take an average of 5 to 6 days before you feel sick and your symptoms start to appear.
I think that at the end you mentioned that before to not to to 5 to 6 days to before to before to develop the symptoms or something like that.
Okay, let's change that. Before to develop the symptoms. Okay. Quick grammar lesson. Never use two connectors together.
Okay.
The connector before, well, before is a connector and to is a connector.
Yes.
So that
Oh, yes.
can.
Yes, that can be possible.
Sounds super strange.
Yes, develop the symptoms.
That's right. And then when you have the word before, you cannot use a verb in simple form.
Yes.
No, so then we have a massive dilemma here. What did he say?
Yeah, well, I'm not sure. I think that we could add like, an ing, but I think that it's not the right answer in the audio. But
Exactly.
to solve this, we can add an ing.
Definitely. Well, the grammatical correction would be ing. That's very nice. Let's listen and give the third shot. Okay?
Yes.
Let's go.
But you can take an average.
And then put your hand in your mouth or your eyes or your nose.
After getting infected, it can take an average of 5 to 6 days before you feel sick and
Mentioned after getting affected or infected, it could take around 5 to 6 days to, and I don't remember the rest of the word. I can hear you. I think that you are mute.
Okay. You added very important information. The verb take is usually used for this type of information. Yes, the rest was lost.
Yes.
All right, no problem. Michael's gonna help you. So, Michael, your turn. How can you complement information here?
I can take average. I understand
Excellent.
average, but
You are totally correct. Average. What is average?
the middle day to start and end.
Exactly. Very good. But if you're talking about numbers,
The number. That's it. Can you play the audio?
no, but do you understand average?
Yeah.
What is average?
The average is when I have to explain.
Try to.
Is the middle between the top and the zero, maybe?
In statistics, yes. But if you're talking about, well, okay, yeah, probably you are thinking in the correct word, because it can be also in Spanish too. Okay, the middle, no?
The middle,
a group of people. If you are thinking about a number, you need to complement the information with quantifiers and quantities, okay? Because numbers are countable.
Okay. Okay,
Right, so let's take that as a note and let's listen again.
Nose.
After getting infected, it can take an average of 5 to 6 days before you feel sick.
Oh my God, this. It can take an
And
average.
like this or like this?
This,
Okay.
I suppose, average of.
Excellent.
This is my logic. I don't know. I understand the of.
No,
Average
but
of.
perfect, perfect. Your logic can help complement the idea.
I think this.
That's it.
Okay. Yeah, I understand the exact passage is before you feel sick. It can take an average of 5 to 6 days before you feel sick.
Precisely. Eliminate, develop the symptoms, right?
Uh-huh.
Very good, eh? Did you study the video?
Only play the video.
Okay.
5, 6 twice.
That's perfect. That's the point. Very good, man. It can take an average of 5 to 6 days before you feel sick. And then, final shot, Michael.
And your symptoms start to appear, but you can already spread it to people in that period, even if you feel healthy.
Mm. And your symptoms?
Yes.
I think said to start. No, your symptoms start to appear.
Exactly. Very good. Excellent. That's it. That's all the information you have?
Yeah.
Okay, let's leave it over there. Sylvie, help Michael. What else is he saying about the red line?
Okay, at the beginning, the sentences after getting infected.
Ah, yes, at the beginning. Comma.
It can take an average of before you. And your symptoms start to appear. But you can spread.
Exactly.
And can you replay the video?
All right, let's replay it.
To appear, but you can already spread it to people in that period, even if you feel healthy.
But you can already spread the I don't know, I don't remember that word, but after says even if you feel healthy.
Okay, final shot. Let's check if you can finish it. Listen again.
Yeah.
To appear, but you can already spread it to people in that period, even if you feel healthy.
You can already spread it to people, even if you feel healthy.
Yes, of course. To people. Not like that. I was repeating the information. Very nice, Sylvie. That was a good compliment. Very nice. All right. Questions? Do you understand all this? No problem? Yes, okay, perfect. So let's go to the next one, number 5. Tell me the next information. Isaac. No, wait. Mhm. This is a very extensive question, eh? How is COVID-19 transmitted? Okay?
Okay.
What information do you remember about this?
I remember that they mentioned that if someone next to you, how do you say, cough,
Mhm.
and also if it can be spread by the surface of the things. I think that if you maybe touch something that is infected and then you touch your eyes, your nose, or your mouth, you can get infected also.
But that was information that the lady said,
Yeah.
right? We need to check the next part of the video when they
Okay.
speak about the bus and the stadium, you know?
The what? Sorry.
The bus
Okay.
and the taxi, the public transportation, and all
Okay.
of
Okay.
that. Let's listen to that.
Okay.
Just as people realize they're sick, they seem to be at the most risk of passing it along to others.
That's how the virus has been so effective at spreading across the world so quickly, and why the WHO was now calling COVID-19 a pandemic. But what they said next was just as important.
We cannot say this loudly enough. All countries can still change the course of this pandemic.
And that depends on something each of us needs to do as individuals.
So diseases become really dangerous when everyone gets sick at once and the health system becomes overwhelmed.
In any hospital, the capacity to treat patients is limited by how many beds they have. Think of this as the number of beds in your local hospital at any given time. A couple are already filled by patients receiving treatment for things like a car accident injury or a stroke. And this dot represents one person who's healthy and decides to go out like usual. They jump on the subway and head into the office where they catch COVID-19.
That's the first part.
Yeah, I just remember that
Super easy.
Yes. Super complex.
he jumped on the subway and
Yes,
he got to the office or something like that, no?
exactly. Exactly.
And that's it. I remember.
Okay, that's paraphrasing, right?
Yes.
So we need to check it again. Let's listen again.
Subway is one person who's healthy and decides to go out like usual. They jump on the subway and head into the office where they catch COVID-19.
I heard that at the beginning they mentioned one person who is healthy decides to jump on the subway.
Perfect. To jump where?
Jump on the subway.
On the subway, okay.
Went to the office and I don't remember that.
And what again? Can you repeat that?
No, that's it. I think I don't remember more.
That's it. Perfect. Okay. There's a mini lesson here. If you are talking about a person, he, she, it, you need to
Yes.
be very careful with the verb.
Yes, it's decides.
Exactly. That's precisely the mistake. A person who is healthy decides. Every time you say the who, that, whom, etc., be careful because usually they use persons, the singular person, he, she, it, or a singular person, like in this case, singular. Okay? Let's listen the third chance.
Yes.
They jump on the subway. This dot represents one person who's healthy and decides to go out like usual. They jump on the subway and head into the office where they catch COVID-19.
I just had decide to go out as usual. Decide to go out as usual.
Exactly. Aha. Here we go.
Yes.
And then?
I think that they mentioned he jumps on the subway or something like that.
Yeah.
Yes.
And actually, also grammatically, you need a subject, or you need a
Yes.
pronoun. But now, there's going to be something very interesting here. What pronoun do you use when you don't know the gender of the person?
I'm not sure.
What would you say? Guess.
They?
Nice. You are correct. It cannot be it, no?
Yes. No.
So the word, the best solution in English for a person with no gender is they.
Okay.
In this case, use they jump into the subway and
Yes, the rest. I don't remember the rest of
okay,
it.
no problem. Let's complement that information with Michael. Michael, what else do you have?
Can you play the audio? I don't have
More information.
more information.
Let's hear.
They jump on the subway and head into the office where they catch COVID-19.
The office, they
Yes.
catch
Mhm.
COVID-19.
COVID-19.
That's it. Can you play it again, please?
All right, let's listen again. You need to correct some information, because some verbs are different.
Okay.
Listen carefully.
They jump on the subway and head into the office where they catch COVID-19.
I'm not sure. I think the office where?
Exactly, where they, because you need to connect these two ideas. Or you separate the ideas or you connect the ideas.
Yeah.
No?
It's
Anyway,
very complicated.
Let me give you a little help. One verb is incorrect. In the audio, he never says go.
Okay.
Never. Let's try to check.
They jump on the subway and head into the office where they catch COVID-19.
And hate?
Your phonetics match, very good, but
I don't know what is the correct word.
you don't know the correct word. Okay. Do you know the correct word, Sylvie?
Where? And go to the office? Get into the office.
Get into the office. Well, you are correct in the into. Yeah, he actually said into, but he never said go.
Yeah, I said get.
Get. Okay. Also.
Get into the office. Into the office.
No, he never said get. Isaac, do you know what verb is it?
Head.
No, I didn't hear it. I didn't catch it.
Let's include that in the vocabulary. Let me go to the vocabulary again. Let me check if it's here. No, it's not here. Okay, new verb, guys. Let me include it while Jessie passes attendance, no? Hello, Jessie.
Hi, thank you. Good night, everyone.
Good night.
So, I will take attendance, please.
Yes, please.
Mike?
Here.
Hi, Mike. Good night. Robert?
Absent.
All right. And Rafael?
Rafa, absent.
All right. Silvana?
Here.
Hi. Good night. Thank you.
Hi.
Isaac?
Thank you.
Here.
Hi, Isaac. Thank you.
No.
That's all.
That's all. Thank you
Thank
very
you, everyone.
much.
See you.
Bye, girl.
Have a nice night.
You too, girl. Let me introduce a new verb to you. This is technically, according to the dictionary, it is B1. Okay? It's B1 vocabulary, and it's a regular verb. Okay? To head somewhere, is to move in a particular direction. So you head north, you head south, you head east, you head west. You head into the office, you head into the car. New verb, isn't it?
Yeah.
Definitely. So this is a regular verb. Memorize it as soon as possible because this is B1. So technically we're supposed to know that verb right now.
Okay.
Any question, Head?
No.
Easy, no? No. Also not easy, really. Well, guys, this is going to be the listening practice for the week. Every week we need to do this practice with a new video. The new video is shown on Monday with the vocabulary, corresponding vocabulary. And then we get ready all the week for the video. So on Friday we can respond literal answers to the questions. Okay?
Yes, I will try to watch during the weekend.
Yes, it's a very good idea. It's a very good idea, really. And that can help you memorize more words.
Yes.
Learn more words. So please, please, please do that. Okay?
Yes, sure.
Excellent job, guys. I'll see you tomorrow. And I'll see you on Monday. Have a nice weekend.
You too.
Bye-bye, guys.
Bye.
Thank you,
See you
teacher. You
later.
too.
You too. See you later.
Bye.
Bye-bye. See you later.